How's everyone doing in this fine new year? I'll tell you right now that I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty swell. And I'll tell you guys why. I will tell you guys why I'm doing so good. Basically, a day or two after Rio got out of jail, I made a remix to the song he had out called Me Style. And I don't know if it's on all platforms or not. I don't think I saw it when I looked it up on Spotify or anything like that. I'm not going to play it for copyright purposes, but I want to be clear. The original is better. The original Me Style is so crazy good, and the beat for that track is perfect. This is one of those songs where I felt kind of weird remixing it because like the original is already like there's no competing with it. I really don't believe that there's any competing with it. Like all the beat switches and just like the sound selection and everything to this is dope as shit. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of difficult to go wrong when Rio is pulling out this type of lyricism and it's a fast-paced Detroit beat. You know what I mean? But it's still like, I would honestly go as far as to say this shit is perfect. Like, this shit is dope. This shit is tight. But anywho, I made a remix to this and put it on TikTok. It blew the fuck up on TikTok. And I put it on SoundCloud. It's doing pretty well on SoundCloud right now. It's at like 22.8 thousand views, 761 likes. Put it on YouTube. It did however much it did. But more importantly than that, and what I'm really excited to share with all of you today, is that I got approved for distribution. And so if you guys want to check this shit out on Spotify or Apple Music or any of that shit, it's right here. It's right here. I got the Stussy on in the profile picture. So you know that I'm balling. Basically, the point of today's video is to show how to make one of these remixes and also just go through how I made this Me Style flip. Two big names that really capitalized off of this type of production in these remixes is DJS, who sort of pioneered this type of shit, and Prod AT. Both of them love spinning Rio. And I honestly think that if you want to see some really creative and interesting production around these Rio acapellas, DJS and Prod AT, two fantastic producers. Alrighty, so first things first, if you want to do a remix like this, you need to either have a source for acapellas or know how to make your own acapellas. I feel like there's like a lot of sophisticated and better ways of getting acapellas than the way I do. But for my purposes and for what I'm trying to accomplish, you know, it suits me. So the website I like to use is called vocalremover.org. This isn't going to give you like a studio grade HQ acapella, but it's one of the best options out online, I would say. I feel like almost every other vocal isolator that you find online makes the acapella like stupidly muddy and like unlistenable. What I will say about it and what I really don't like about it is claims that it's free and that it's you know a tool for anyone's disposal. But if you if you use this website consistently, it will start blocking you based on your IP for overuse or whatever, and you'll get a message basically saying like, oh, either you wait for this cooldown to basically go through, which they don't tell you how long it is or whatever, or you donate to the Patreon. The donation to the Patreon, by the way, is $5 a month. $5 a month. Man, I pirated the entirety of FL. I pirated Omnisphere. I pirated Purity. I pirated everything that I use for music. My ass is not gonna make the first purchase on a goddamn vocal isolator. Let me tell you something. I'm not putting money on this. Once you get your acapella, it's always worth just listening through, seeing how good the vocal remover basically did its job, and basically seeing if you need to make any edits or any extra production on the vocals.
Bitch, stuff these pills in you and shoot to the 10. If you make it back safe, we could do it again. If I pop a nigga up and he survive, I'ma shoot him again. Last year,
I ended up adding Sound Goodizer. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what method, route, or plan goes with using Sound Goodizer. I knew it would do something with the low end. I knew that it would make it a bit louder. But overall, it just genuinely made the acapella sound better and sound good.
bitch, stuff these pills in you and shoot to the 10. If you make it back safe, we could do it again. If I pop a nigga up and he survive, I'ma shoot him again.
Once you have your acapella, it's time to start cooking. First thing you want to do is make sure that it lines up in your project file. Make sure that you have the correct BPM. It's kind of tough figuring out BPM from just an acapella MP3 or whatever. So what I like to do is just throw in the original song, line up the acapella with it, mute it out, and find the BPM through the actual full track. And then just take out that full track and you'll have, your vocals set up. Personally for this mix, once I had the vocals set up and good, I immediately went for chords. Something I noticed while listening to DJ S and Prod AT is that they have a huge utilization of synths and electronic sounds, as well as fast moving leads. And so the very next thing I did was work on this lead right here. Basically, I wanted that part to be fast. I wanted it to be ear-catching. And then in terms of progression and just how I wrote all this up, I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm like a straight-up musician. I don't just make beats. Stop playing with me, man. I'm gonna be honest, I was really stuck once I had the pad and lead down. I didn't really know what to add on. So I came up with this second lead that plays along with the first. Along with that lead, it sounds like this. But basically right after I made the melody, I went straight into the 808. Good luck finding that in a drum kit. I was basically just listening through some idea mixes from Prod AT and DJ S, and I noticed that they like using claps, so I just added a clap. The other two parts here are the open hat and crash. Open hat just lines up with the 808, and crash is just basically the same thing I do with all my beats. I think I mentioned it in my Bloom Crazy video. But all you do, man, delay 3, time at 12 o'clock. I did not change any of these dials, man. It's all the same. The other thing that I want to say in this video is that I do not want to be stuck just making these mixes. These are fun, these are cool, but I want to work with artists. I want to get in the booth with someone and make some art just fresh. Which, by the way, if you're an artist looking for beats. I'm right here. That Instagram is in the description. On a real note, thank you guys so much. I'm seeing the YouTube channel grow. The TikTok grew a whole bunch. I didn't even have a SoundCloud before I released this. And now it's popping off and it's also monetized, which is really cool. I'm always open to working with any other producer. I'm open to working with any artist. That's what I'm all about, and that's what I'm here for.